It was the kind of post-game interview that makes you pause and think, because it wasn't sugar-coated, it wasn't just cliches, it was a real reflection of what's happening on the field for the Dodgers right now. And when a veteran like Kiké talks, you know the clubhouse is listening too. Let's talk about why his comments matter so much at this stage of the season. The Dodgers are in one of those stretches where offense has been inconsistent, sometimes explosive and sometimes flat, but pitching has been the one thing that continues to define outcomes. Kiké emphasized that fact, pointing out that the Dodgers can only go as far as their arms will take them. When the starting rotation delivers, when the bullpen holds up, the team has a chance to win every night, regardless of how quiet the bats might be. And that's classic Dodgers baseball. We've seen it for years, where the depth of pitching keeps them competitive even during offensive slumps. Hernández reminding everyone of that felt like a subtle call to arms, a way of saying, hey, let's remember our strength, let's lean on what we do best. But at the same time, he turned the conversation toward himself too. Kiké was open about still searching for his timing at the plate. If you've been watching closely, you can see it. The swing is there, the effort is there, but that crisp connection, that natural rhythm that makes him such a dangerous utility man, hasn't fully locked in yet. He's been through stretches like this before in his career, and he knows it takes patience and repetition. He's not hiding from it. Instead, he's owning it in front of the cameras and in front of the fans, and that's something Dodgers Nation has always respected about him. And let's be real, Kiké Hernández is more than just another player on the roster. He's one of those glue guys that every great team needs. He brings energy, personality, versatility, and a veteran presence in the locker room. He's been part of huge Dodgers moments in the past, and he knows what it takes to perform under pressure. So when he says he's still searching for timing, you can believe that he'll keep grinding until he finds it. Fans love him for that blue-collar work ethic. He's not afraid to admit when he's struggling, and he's not afraid to put in the work to get better. What's interesting is how his comments fit into the larger picture of the Dodgers season so far. Offensively, this team is built around big names: Mookie Betts, Freddie Freeman, Shohei Ohtani, Will Smith, Max Muncy when healthy. Those guys are expected to carry the load. But depth is everything in a long MLB season, and role players like Kiké, Chris Taylor, and James Outman can be the difference makers when the stars get cold or face tough matchups. Hernández finding his swing could be one of those under-the-radar storylines that pay off big when October rolls around. And about that pitching emphasis, he's not wrong. Tyler Glasnow has shown flashes of ace-level dominance, Yoshinobu Yamamoto has been electric when healthy, and Walker Buehler's progress remains a storyline to monitor. Add in young arms and bullpen pieces like Evan Phillips, Buster Gratterall, and Ryan Brazier, and you realize this Dodgers staff is both talented and deep. But they also need consistency. Kiké putting emphasis on pitching was almost like reminding the fans that, yes, offense will come and go, but if the arms keep doing their job, this team will always be in position to win series after series. The timing of Kiké's comments also matters. The Dodgers are in the grind of the season, when every game feels important and momentum is fragile. You can sense frustration when the bats don't click, especially for players like Hernández who thrive on rhythm. But instead of letting that frustration show in a negative way, he turned it into motivation, crediting the pitching staff for keeping them in games and keeping the door open for the hitters to eventually find their groove. That kind of positive spin matters in the clubhouse, because younger players listen and follow the tone set by veterans. Let's not forget what Kiké Hernández means to this fanbase. He's not just a versatile player, he's a fan favorite. His energy, his clutch moments, his humor, Dodgers fans feel a connection with him that goes beyond the box score. Remember his postseason heroics back in 2017 and 2020? Those legendary homers, those game-changing swings, those moments that got the whole stadium shaking. That's the Kiké fans believe in, and that's the player we know he can still be. So when he talks about searching for timing, Dodgers fans don't hear excuses, they hear a promise. A promise that he's working, that he's close, and that once he finds it, he can deliver more of those unforgettable moments. Now let's dive deeper into the idea of timing at the plate. For hitters, timing is everything. You can have perfect mechanics, perfect hand-eye coordination, but if your timing is off by even a fraction of a second, you miss or you make weak contact. For a player like Kiké who plays multiple positions and doesn't always get everyday reps, timing can be harder to maintain. But when he's locked in, he's capable of hitting for power, working counts, and coming through in clutch spots. The Dodgers know it, he knows it, and that's why this search for timing is so important right now. And here's something else to think about. The Dodgers front office values Kiké's versatility so highly that even during stretches of offensive struggles, they keep him in the mix. That's because defense matters, leadership matters, and energy matters. He can play second, third, shortstop, the outfield, you name it. That flexibility allows Dave Roberts to mix and match lineups, rest stars, and find matchups that work. So even while he's working through timing issues, his presence on the roster is never in question. That stability can help him relax and keep grinding without the pressure of worrying about playing time. You could almost sense a layer of accountability in his post-game words. He wasn't deflecting blame or hiding behind the team's collective struggles. He pointed out the importance of pitching, yes, but he also admitted his own challenge. That blend of giving credit to teammates and holding himself accountable is exactly why players like him earn so much respect inside a clubhouse. It sets a standard for younger guys and reminds everyone that it's not just about highlight reels, it's about honesty and effort. Fans are already buzzing about his comments online. Some are saying this is classic Kiké, funny, honest, and direct. Others are expressing confidence that once he locks in, he'll come through when the Dodgers need him most. There's even talk about whether this could be the turning point for him, the moment where he acknowledges the struggle and then goes on a hot streak to silence all doubt. It wouldn't be the first time. For fans, it's a message of patience. Timing takes time. Slumps come and go. But veterans like Kiké Hernández don't just fade quietly, they fight, they work, and they eventually deliver. And when that happens, Dodgers fans will be the first to rise to their feet and cheer, remembering this very moment when he admitted he was still searching, only to later prove that he found it in the best way possible. So Dodgers Nation, as you think about tonight's post-game comments, keep this in mind: this is the journey of baseball. Highs and lows, struggles and breakthroughs, and the voices of players like Kiké Hernández guiding us through it all. Stay tuned, because the story isn't finished yet. And before we wrap up, make sure you hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, and turn on those notifications so you don't miss any updates on the Dodgers. We'll be covering every angle, every storyline, and every moment that matters in this roller coaster season. Dodgers fans, buckle up, the best is yet to come.